Alright, so our tile is ready to get rocked. Now we need to basically, to be tweaked, we need to change the color of the roots. So we selected the roots and we're going into layer, new adjustment layer, and we're going to select maybe a UA saturation, for example. And we are going to desaturate first of all. Right here. Let's see. Yeah, that should work out. We'll keep it like that for now. What we're gonna do now is go on to the green grass layer, take an delete eraser tool, brush, make sure you put the opacity at like 50, 60, something like that, not 100%, okay? And make sure the brush is a soft tip, meaning the hardness at 0, okay? And take a pretty decent size brush, and you are going to basically erase some of the green grass to let appear the roots under it. Alright, so you go in and you don't care about seamless and you just erase those. You can make a mask, but the erasing is fast enough. Especially you don't want to keep a mask at the end. Alright, it needs to be, you know, one channel, and it needs to be in the alpha. So you come in and you use stuff. Alright, now it's still too much straight flat, but that's under, that's the other one. So we need to go into, the thing is that, and it's a known magic principle, by the way, for people that are illusionists, that are stage people, alright, that do big illusions. The thing, the shape that the human brains recognize right away, everywhere, what do you think is the shape we recognize everywhere? Right away we can see it.
A straight line.
A straight line, exactly. Alright? So you want to break it out. Okay? Because you'll see a straight line. And right now that doesn't look too good because of that. That's what I'm doing. I'm breaking up the lines and then creating transitions between the textures. It's if you don't have any transition and it's straight line on top of each other with no transition that it looks like it's been photoshopped cut. Like a patchwork. Okay? You need to be able to break those lines and to recreate the transition between, just like you would have in a real texture.
Can you make it so like this forever, but it's sort of bendy?
Yeah, you can do, yeah. And something we'll look at next week, you guys, it's not for today. When you create platforms, you're going to have to cut them most of the time. And even when you cut stuff, you don't want to cut them straight flat in two pieces, because it never really works well. You want to basically, like that, and make an overlap situation. So you have that part right here on the two pictures that are overlapping. So that part of that picture goes all the way to the bottom, and the bottom one goes all the way to the top right here. So they have a little overlaps right there. Alright, that you kind of blur a little bit and kill like I'm doing right now. Okay? That's how it works much better. If not, it doesn't work very well when you have platforms in 2D. Okay? So now I'm going to do the same thing on the roots, basically. To blend it. Oh, because I got that on. Take that out. To blend it into the mud. So that's a classic. Right here. And I'll redo the pad. It doesn't, that's why. Bless you. Let me do something else with that layer. Let me kind of bounce it to the yellow. Bless you. Yeah, it's better. See, we can see the little yellow roots Now it looks like it's yellow on the green stuff. We can take more out on the green itself if we need to now to work it out, to get it appear under it. Now we can also dodge and burn. Alright, some time to get it. I don't like much that dodging burning I did, but it'll work on the screen. Now, same thing on the mud itself. You're gonna have to start doing some dodging burning to really recreate the stuff.
It's like this mud used to be a lot hotter than it is now.
And let's same thing. In the middle of the mud, you can do that right here where people would walk, for example. Alright. Not the last one. Now, okay, this is our tile. Okay? It's not seamless. Let me do a couple things right here. Alright. And let me open a new canvas. 2048 by 2048, and let me merge the layers for now and bring it in that right here, and let me unmerge that. Let me go back to the other right here. Let me duplicate that layer. See, right now it's not seamless. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not seamless. I can see it right here. Alright, it's not bad, you guys, but it's, I mean, because the projector stinks. So it's got artifacts already, so it's hard to see, really accurately. By the way, this is a very interesting point. You have to understand, you need to test your art and your game in multiple platforms for output display. Okay? And I call it the weakest, and the strongest. The weakest of all the platforms and from far in quality, projector. There's nothing worse than a projector in reality because it's a big white lamp that projects a huge amount of white, light, into a picture, right? So it has tendency to do what? Wash out the whole contrast of everything. The blacks are not blacks, as you can see right here. Look at my hand. Is it pretty black? No, it's not black. It's even close to be black. All right, you guys, it's gray in reality. That's because of the light bulb, okay? A real projector, my dad has a projector for his business, for his movie business. A real professional projectors, they worth like between $500,000 to $1 million. They're made by Barco, B-A-R-C-O. That's the only thing ILM and Lucas and those guys, Spielberg, use. Alright? Okay? It's really good in quality, but it's still not perfect. Okay? I used to have one, I hope you guys will blow it up. I wasn't happy. My dad gave me an old one when he changed all his stuff, and it was still worth at least 50 grand. And I brought it here in the US, I used it, and the bulb went out, and I changed the bulb by myself, and there was one cable I moved that I wasn't supposed to move at all, and that desynchronized the whole thing, and nobody was able to ever make it work again. I wasn't very happy. You didn't want to be at my house that day, that's all I have to say. Anyway, so because of that, you want to test it on multiple things, you guys. Not only on one thing. Let me stop that, and I keep talking about that a second.